Hi, everybody. My name is John DePietro.
And I'm Bob Zagami with the Camper Report Show.
And on this Camp Report Show, I'm going to be talking with Jason Epperson, who is one of the two people, along with his wife, Abby, who have one of the most successful YouTube channels in the RV lifestyle industry. It's called RV Miles. We spoke with them recently while we were in Elkhart.
Yeah, we did. And I've got a interview with Monika Geraci at RVIA. She's the RV industry spokesperson, and we just came off National Go RVing Day, and it was very successful. We're going to talk to her about that from a nationwide perspective.
And we get all our news. Tell our audience where we get our news, Bob.
Well, Rick Kessler and RV Business and Ben Quiggle at Woodall's Campground Magazine.
So
Couldn't do it without them.
Couldn't do it without them. Stay with us, folks. We've got a great show lined up for you right here. Where, Bob?
On the Camp Report Show.
Here we go. Attention all RVers. Say goodbye to roof worries and hello to worry-free travel with RV Roof Magic. This revolutionary liquid butyl roof coating is specially formulated to protect your RV from the elements, to extend its lifespan and prevent leaks. With simple application and outstanding results, RV Roof Magic is the go-to choice for RV owners seeking superior roof protection. Don't let roof maintenance issues hold you back. RV Roof Magic is the only liquid butyl rubber in the world that offers a one-coat, no primer coverage and a 10-year warranty. Visit rvroofmagic.com/RVLife and extend your roof another 18 to 20 years. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the news segment of the Camper Report Show. The gentleman sitting right next to me, it looks like he is in Maine. I can see that hair. Your hair's blowing with that. You're right on the coast, Bob.
Right. Heavy wind.
Heavy wind. And you know what? Here we are sitting just before the one of the third starts of the season. There's, April 1st is one start of the camping season, and there's National Go RVing Day. Then there's really the start of the summer, which is right around the corner. And for once, for the first time in several years, gas prices are falling for at least for the last week. I wonder if the election has anything to do with it, or if it's just...
No, you know what it is? It's lack of use. The traffic is down. People are not driving their automobiles as much. There is not as much demand. It's down about 19 cents over, well, it was 9 cents from a week ago, but I know down here in Florida, we're down 15 cents in 2 weeks. But it's just a question of fewer people hitting the road. And I think for the most part, a lot of that will be cars. Nobody's going to stop an RVer from taking the RV out. So this is more the people that are cutting back on their individual personal mileage. If it affects RVers at all, they just won't go as far, but they'll go camping and it'll just pass on them. Yeah.
There's no question that the automobile is the harbinger of gas prices more so than the RVer, because obviously there's so many more car drivers. But one thing that I noticed is, at least as far as diesel prices are concerned, there is a huge difference of prices within the same marketplace. Like up here in Massachusetts, I saw diesel for $3.79 the other day, and 2 miles away, it was $4.39. Now, I wasn't comparing gas with diesel. I'm talking diesel to diesel. And what is that? 45 cents per gallon. So you really have to be careful when you're filling up. And, there's all those apps you can check around, but you don't have time to drive around the city. But just be cognizant of them, because there is a big difference. If you're filling up a 40-gallon tank at 40 or 50 cents a gallon, that's what, $20 difference on a fill up.
It can. We can see a difference of 20 cents a gallon on gas in different cities down here. So what I've become accustomed to is looking at every gas station whenever I'm out driving.
Yeah.
So that when I know I need gas, I can remember the ones that really had taken it down a peg or two. But what the AAA said was traditionally before the pandemic, once Memorial Day came, sales skyrocketed. Gas usage skyrocketed, and it never really came back that way. It says we just don't see it anymore.
Yeah,
So that's,
exactly.
that's a long running thing, but less people using it, cheaper gas, you have a good summer.
Yep, exactly. And that's one thing. Another thing that we're noticing is it seems as though every week when we're on this show, we talk about RV training. There need more techs. And a RV dealership, I think it's in Texas.
Well,
Uh,
they're down around Texas. I think they have a couple outside of Texas,
yep,
but
yep.
yeah,
The
fun town RV.
Yeah,
Yep.
Funtown RV has donated to Navarro College a $250,000 donation. That is significant because there just aren't enough techs down there. And I know that one of the principals of the dealership said, we got to get something. We got to get something going. We can't depend on it. And you know what? Let's put some of our own money into it. But these guys were intelligent because they're going to build a facility, but they don't have to invent the coursework because they're partnering with RVTI. It's absolutely insane to reinvent the wheel when RVTI, through our friend Kurt Hemmler, has already done this. I mean, he's done this in schools all over the country. Um, so if you're looking to um, boost the number of RV techs, you might as well take full control of it and just provide money for building a building and use the educational resources of RVTI, wouldn't you say?
Well, the other thing that was very good about what Funtown did, they did not restrict this to just their company. Navarro is a technical college. They're very well respected down there.
Yep.
It's actually modeled after a very successful course that they have. They have a John Deere training
Right.
program.
I know. Everything
So
is green.
and they're building a brand new building for it.
Yep.
So level one and level two will be the courses from RBTI. When they get to level three and four, they're going to use the Lippert 3 and 4 modules that they've already perfected, and they already have under the RBTI banner. And it's going to be really something, and it's going to be open to everybody in the RV industry.
Yep.
So Texas, which probably has, short of California, they probably have the most RV dealers,
Yep.
and they have to get more technicians. So this is a great way to do it. So it helps Funtown, good publicity, good customer service. The RV industry has it, and it's should be another award-winning program
Yep.
for Navarro.
And it's not just another donation where you give the money to someone and have no idea what's going on with it. I mean, here's a case where they will be the beneficiary of those graduates that have that program because you know what? They'll come to work for them. So smart marketing and smart investing. So, yep, yep. So we've gone from Texas. Let's go across the ocean over to Germany. You've been to Caravan Salon. Caravan Salon is coming up again. It is the largest consumer as well as trade show for the industry in the world. What's new this year?
They continue to grow and expand. They they actually have, we talk about, well, in the old days when we had the Louisville show, that was 1 million square feet, but that was a trade show. The Caravan Salon is open to everybody, and they have now expanded to 2.7 million square feet of exhibit space in
Wow.
17 buildings in the outdoor area. And this one will break the mark from last year. They have over 700 exhibitors, and they've kind of adjusted with the times a little bit. They have changed some of their buildings, changed some of the processes. But what you've got is buildings full of RVs and trailers, which are caravans. So they do call them motorhomes, but the trailers are caravans. But then they have other buildings for the campgrounds, other buildings for travel and tourism, other buildings for parts and accessories. And some of these buildings are so big, you could spend the entire day in some of these buildings. So what they have also started doing is associating, much like we had done here in the States, tagging the caravanning together with the quality of life, the freedom of going where you go, and the choice. So they're picking up a lot of the marketing terminology that we've used now for the last 4 or 5 years, and they're getting it back to what do people do. Now they've been known for all these buildings full of RVs, and it served them very well. But now they're talking about the lifestyle, tying everything together. and you don't have to go anyplace else. Dusseldorf, Germany, and spend the whole week there.
Cool. Hey,
Yep.
that is the news of the week. We want to thank you for joining us for the news segment and remind you that we get all these news segments from,
RV Business and Woodall's Campground Magazine.
there we go. And stay with us, folks. We've got a great show for you today, right here. Where, Bob?
On the Camper Report Show.
Stay with us, everyone.
Hey there, RVers. We get it. Your insurance and warranty needs are as unique as your travel destinations. That's why RVer Insurance has teamed up with Wholesale Warranties to cover all the bases. From health insurance to RV coverage and warranties, we've got you sorted every step of the way. With a solid track record in providing top-notch health insurance and affordable RV insurance options, RV Insurance has you covered. And for those unexpected repair bills, look no further than our friends at Wholesale Warranties, leaders in reliable coverage and customer support. Start your RV protection journey today at rverinsurance.com or wholesalewarranties.com/RVerinsurance.
All right, welcome back to the Camper Report Show, and I have Monika Geraci, the big spokesperson, the RV industry spokesperson, and Monika, thank you for taking the time. It took a while to catch up to you, but you are a very busy lady, to say the least. And although you're on the RVIA staff, you head up a majority of the consumer-facing events that people see. They may not realize that you're behind the scenes with RVIA and Go RVing. But let's talk a little bit about Go RVing, because it's been out there for over 25 years now, and talk about that as your consumer-facing outlet.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me on, Bob. I always enjoy being on your shows. It's always fun. So thank you for inviting me. So yeah, Go RVing. We are the consumer facing advertising program for the entire RV industry. Go RVing does not sell or rent any RVs. Our goal is to share the joys of RVing with the wider public, get people interested in RVing. I like to call it like the RV curious, people who have maybe heard about RVing, or seen them going down the road. And it's always so surprising when some people go into an RV at one of our experiential events and are like, wait, there's a kitchen in here? Like there's beds? Like there's a bathroom? You're like, what did you think was going down the road? Like there are so many people who just don't fully understand what RVing is. Like they've heard of it. And so where Go RVing is to get RVing in front of even more people and direct them to the Go RVing website that's chock full of a quiz to find the right RV for you, tips and tricks and trip planning, all kinds of things. So that's a really 30,000 foot view of what Go RVing does.
Yeah, it's an amazing site. Every time we do a seminar, we always put a slide in for that and say to people that this is your home base. This is the industry. And I agree with you. It's always amazing to me when we have new people come to an RV show for the first time and start to look at these products. And despite the success of our industry and the billions of dollars that it creates for the economy, we do have people who do exactly like you say. They walk into an RV the first time and a light bulb goes off. They have no idea what is there. Now, one of the things that you just finished up, which we participated in New England quite a bit, was last Saturday was National Go RVing Day, and it's the third year of the event. Talk a little bit about that. That's one of our favorites, but I'll let you tell everybody what it is.
Yeah, so there's a day for everything, right? National Best Friend Day, National Pet Day. And we kind of took a look around a few years ago, and there's National Camping Month, there's Get Outdoors Month, that's why we put it in June, is because June is Great Outdoors Month, and National Camping Month. So we wanted to be a part of that, but we wanted to create this rallying day, that the industry could just come around, and not just the industry, but RVers themselves, and celebrate RVing. Get out and go RVing. It's an opportunity for dealers or other companies to run promotions. And we did see a couple of companies do that this year, a National Go RVing Day giveaway. And we at Go RVing would love to see even more of that. We also see a lot of consumers being like, oh, I'm out going RVing for National Go RVing Day. Last year it was really cute for me. I have two little girls, and they went RVing with their Grammy for National Go RVing Day, and it was just so like cool to see.
Yeah, it was a big event for us, with the New England RV dealers, and we did it a little bit differently this year, and I really liked how it turned out. We are in challenging times economically, but RVing provides a very affordable event for families and travelers. So we didn't want to, my first thought was let's have all of our dealers do an open house on the same day. Well, they do open houses in the spring. They do consumer reports, consumer shows in the spring. So we said, we're going to promote all of our dealers as if it was a national open house, but we focused everything. So we published a lot of graphics, 2 or 3 or 4 a day, with various of our dealers announcing either special pricing, a unique floor plan, a brand new product, but it was all branded in that template that you were kind enough to provide as part of the toolkit. And it almost was like people thought that everybody in New England was having an open house. So it drew a lot of attention to the people. And it was a crazy thought, but it worked out.
Well, and that's what we love, that you took that toolkit, because this is the third year we've created it, is just creating some simple branding. Their National Go RVing Day has a logo, and then, like you said, the frames. So we know that different dealers have different products, different manufacturers have different product. There's campgrounds, there's aftermarket suppliers. There's a lot of different people that are part of our industry that can be a part of the National Go RVing Day. So by providing just that toolkit that has some animated graphics, a video, and then those frames are pretty popular as well, so that people can do with it, make it their own. And that's what was really great this year. It grew even more, and you guys are a poster child for taking it and making it your own. And so we've got that side where we've got the industry, here's a toolkit, go use it to what works best for your business.
Yep.
And on the other side, we're trying to just get, we did establish National Go RVing Day. It's the second Saturday of June. So the date changes each year, but it's the second Saturday in June. And so we want to continue to just get it out into, again, that awareness. So we did 2 things this year that ended up reaching over 4 million people. So on the Saturday before National Go RVing Day, we had automotive expert Mike Caudill. He works as a spokesperson for the industry often. We were in downtown New York, on the Fox Plaza, which we do this. We try to do it a couple times a year. We turn the plaza into a campground. We're roasting s'mores at 6 a.m. We've got people who are grilling hamburgers at 7 a.m. And we've really got that campground feel. We got cornhole out there. We got kids coming off the street playing cornhole with the RVs in the backdrop. And then we had a 4-minute segment where Mike talked through 2 RVs. And we were really purposeful in this, to what you were talking about with the affordability. You can go gangbusters on RVs. You can get very nice, very luxury RVs. You can also get a nice RV that has everything you need for under $40,000, for something that is less than the cost of a new car. And that's what we wanted to showcase. And so we had 2 RVs on the plaza that were in that affordability range. And it's always, we do this a couple times a year, and the hosts of Fox and Friends, they go in there, and every time they're blown away by, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. And we cannot have a news segment in New York without someone saying, wow, this is bigger than my apartment. And which is always funny. And they always say it. They
Yeah.
always say it.
I know
Um,
I know I texted you that morning, and I think it was probably just before you went on the air, and you said, people don't realize what it takes to put that together in the middle of New York City. And I think you said you had gotten to the studio like around 4 a.m. in the morning, and the RVs come in and everything gets set up. But Mike has done an incredible job bringing the attention because he's so well respected in the automobile field that it's a natural carryover for him. My guest this morning is Monika Geraci, the industry spokesman for RVIA. I can't let you go. We still have a couple of minutes. But one of the other things that you did this year that got incredible exposure, and there was an eclipse this year, and everybody had something to do with the eclipse. The campgrounds were filling up, RV tours were taking place. People were flying, spending all kinds of money, flying all over the country to get someplace to see the eclipse. Tell our audience what you did with the RV eclipse.
Yeah, so we had these two things coming together. So, as you said, there are so many people. Our research showed that 14 million people were planning to take an RV trip to go see the eclipse. So this was a very big thing in RVing. As you said, campgrounds were filling up. People are taking RV trips to do this, whether on their own or renting them. And the eclipse was on April 8th. Well, a week before that is April 1st. And so we came up with this idea to pull the two things together. And one of the things that has been regular for around April Fools is for brands to do these brand acts. And we at Go RVing don't do things just to like do them. We want it to be true to what our brand is. And with you had something that was genuine with people going RVing for the eclipse, we came up with this. It was a prank, but we released it. We teased it a few days before the first, and then we released it on the first of video. And it was RV Clips glasses. They look like this. I mean, we had some real ones made, but RV Clips glasses on front of a motorhome. And it was, a cool 30-second ad. We got a ton of reaction online. People thought it was funny. Some people thought it was real. They're like, where can we order these? And if you clicked through to the website, we had a microsite that was like April Fools, but you should still go RVing. And so this is again where Go RVing operates. This is where we're getting in front of people who saw it because it was an April Fool's joke, and then they think, oh, RVing, and all these people are going RVing for the eclipse. Like, what's in that box? And so again, this is where Go RVing operates, and people see that, they think it's funny, and then they end up on the Go RVing website. They learn what RV is best for them. They end up on a brand or a dealer website, and hopefully become part of this great lifestyle.
Yeah. Before I let you go, you briefly talked about RV experiential events, and that's been a big part of the campaign. And that's where we get a chance to showcase RVs to audiences that never thought about it. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're going to, I think, around a dozen, 12, 14 of them this year. And between music festivals, I think it's the American Century Golf tournament. So again, it's going places where people woke up that morning and they were going to a music festival, they were going to the Cherry Festival, they were going to a golf tournament, and they weren't expecting to see an RV that day. But as part of their day, they will see this RV. They will have an opportunity to tour it. And it's again just getting RVing in front of people who aren't necessarily thinking about it, so that they learn about the great affordability, the family connections, and the wonderful memories that you could make RVing. So that's
Yeah.
what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we had one a couple of years ago up in Massachusetts at a air base where they were doing an air show. And this year we're getting it up at the Yarmouth Clam Festival, which is up in Maine, and it runs for a whole week. And that'll be hundreds of thousands of people with a couple of RVs on display, and you collect the leads for the dealers, but you let people get an understanding of Go RVing and what it does. Look, I want to thank you very much. I know you just got off a long trip and probably getting ready for another one. Monika, thanks. It's always a pleasure to have you on the Camper Report Show. Stay in touch, and we'll see you down the road. Any closing comments?
I just really appreciate you having me on, and I appreciate what you do for our industry.
Okay. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
So one of the cool parts about coming to the RV Power Breakfast in Elkhart, Indiana, is that you run into your fellow media folks and my good friend who I've never met, Jason Epperson, RV Miles. You're a theater guy.
Sort of. I am, but not like people think. I'm not an onstage theater guy.
You're behind the
I,
scenes.
I, I have a lighting design degree. My wife had an acting degree.
Did
but
you see those uplights they had?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
I did lots of events like this.
Backlighting and uplighting.
It's kind of why I stopped doing lighting design, because it was a lot of corporate stuff like this and not the theater stuff that I wanted to do, you know?
So how'd you get into RV?
Well, we started by converting a school bus into a schoolie motorhome.
So you're a schoolie.
Yeah, not anymore, but that
Was
was
it still yellow?
It was still yellow for a while. We did end up painting it, but our idea was to just get out and camp more, because we were a tent camping family and we were homeschoolers and we ran an online business, so we had the time to spend more time on the road. So we did that for a while, but that had all kinds of engine problems, and then we really got into RVing.
And right now you're in a Class A, B, C, what?
No, we're in a transition phase right now. We're in a very small travel trailer. We shrunk down from a big 43-foot fifth wheel. Now we're in a 25-foot travel trailer, but we're a family of 5, and we're looking for the happy medium in between.
That's five humans?
5 humans. 5 humans. The
Lots of
oldest
people
is,
have 4 dogs.
You
They say
know,
we're a family of
my
6.
oldest son is taller than me. He's 6'4", so it's hard finding the right rig for us.
Yeah. So your most funnest part of RVing.
So I always love just
Get
discover.
that, folks. Most funnest.
Most funnest.
Double superlatives.
I just love discovering new places. To me, it's always about people. It's so cliche, but people ask me what's my favorite place I've been and stuff. To me, it's always the next place. I love it, whether it's big national parks or cool small towns or even cities. We love going to cities. I think it's not talked about as much among the RV communities, like taking RVs to cities, but that's a big part of our travel. So I love cities a lot.
Yeah, like when Toby O'Rourke said the big thing is car camping. What is
Yeah.
that? In Massachusetts, we call that homeless. Okay? And then she said street camping.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what the difference
we call
is,
that
but-
San Francisco. But, there's so many different options. How can people find out, more about RV Miles and websites?
So we're on YouTube, and mainly YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and podcasts. So we have the RV Miles podcast we've been doing for over 6 years now, and it's every week on every podcast app and its own dedicated little YouTube channel. And then
Only doing that audio, or are you doing video?
No, we do video as well for that one, and then we have our weekly news roundups on the RV Miles YouTube channel as well.
I got to talk to you about not the right word, but getting wider distribution, because we're going on 9 years in a couple weeks.
Yep.
And, primarily on YouTube and Facebook, but there's so many other options out there that we want to thank you for volunteering to do that for us.
Sure, absolutely.
So,
Happy
anyway,
to help.
Jason Epperson, RV Miles.